What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent Monday. Some news and notes from today's training camp, especially when it comes to the offensive line, where it appears that Connor McGovern's their early favorite to be the starting center, and he's competing with Schweitzer, and Tippmann's really not even in the mix. He's kind of third string, finding his way. Now, I recognize it's early. This could be a motivational tool, too, to kind of get Tippmann going, but you invest a second-round pick in him, you kind of think that he'd be a little bit more in the mix, but again, maybe he can play in the preseason, start showing what he can bring to the table, and make it a closer competition. And you know the fans are going to overreact to this, especially if you see JMS doing good things with the Giants. So I get rookie year early on, but I think our expectation, especially with all our preview videos, was Tippmann competing for the starting job and potentially starting week one, to now he's third string, and they're taking a little bit longer, and maybe they're kind of pushing him inside. Now, the thing with Connor McGovern is interesting because you didn't think he was the Jets' first option at center, right? Like, they signed him late, he came in cheap, and it was kind of like you thought they had another plan there. So he's an average center. You know, obviously, for me, I like my center to be the anchor of the offensive line, like that dominant force that can kind of lead everybody and guide everybody. But when you have Aaron Rodgers behind him, who is his football knowledge is next level, he can do the offense inside out and backwards through his head. Maybe he can coordinate everybody himself. Something to definitely keep an eye on. Mekhi Becton still playing at the second string at left tackle. Apparently, he's now had 2 back-to-back good practices. And it's just fascinating he's still at left tackle. Now, I just want Dwayne Brown back, man. I keep repeating myself, but you want to get him in camp, see how healthy he is, and see how good he can play at this level. You know, and it also seems like Max Mitchell's kind of there at right tackle, and that's where he's going to stay. And he may be entrenched as a starter early on. So obviously, a lot of things are going to happen over the next 3 or 4 weeks in camp. There's going to be injuries. There's going to be changes. A guy can emerge as pads keep coming on and games coming on. Guys can emerge. Guys can fall back. Another interesting story is the emergence of Tony Adams at safety, where the Jets desperately need a safety that can run, that's got good range, can cover tight ends, can cover running backs out of backfield, can do different things, can make up for blown assignments when you have a slower guy like Whitehead or even Amos. And Damian Woody praised him today. C.J. Mosley and Whitehead have been talking a lot about him. Sal is talking a lot of really good things about him. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. The question is, I wonder how much he's going to play in the preseason. Sal is saying a lot of starters aren't going to play. If you can make a case, this kid's got to get some reps, Another interesting story now, I haven't been to any practices. I've been watching all the videos and reading reports and talking to a couple people that have been there. And the Allen Lazard drop thing is kind of getting interesting, where Connor Hughes mentioned it today. And a lot of Packer fans have been watching my videos and commenting and saying, Jet fans are kind of overrating Lazard, where, yes, he's a young player on the rise, great chemistry with Aaron Rodgers, can make those circus-like catches, can do a lot of good things, but he has a potential to drop some passes. And that's something to keep an eye on. Again, it's so early where he's still getting in sync with the offense and all his teammates here, but something to keep an eye on going forward. You still have Corey Davis, you still have Garrett Wilson, all those other guys, but Lazard's a big money guy in terms of the Jets wide receiver room. You hope that this does not emerge as a problem. And the last thing is the Dalvin Cook thing is really interesting because on social media, it's a mess. You have some Jet fans think that he's like the next best thing ever to create, next best running back ever. Then you have a portion of the fan base that's starting to panic, like if he goes to Miami, the Jets blew it. And then there's a portion of the fan base go, if the Jets sign him, they blew it. So it's a mess. I'll keep saying it. I like Dalvin Cook as a player. The more you research him and hear about him, the more you like him. But I honestly think his heart is in Miami. I really do. I think if the offers are close, he goes back there. I think he's kind of hoping that this visit with the Jets kind of spurred some action with Miami to say, hey, listen, they're making a really good case here. I have Aaron Rodgers recruiting me. Do you really want me or not? And we'll see what happens. So stay tuned. We will be live. We'll be streaming the game Thursday night, the preseason game. Obviously, we'll be doing reactions to the Klecko and Revis ceremony on Saturday, the speeches. Everybody that's going out there, have a phenomenal time. I was there for the Curtis Martin ceremony. It's awesome. So many great Jet fans going out there. You'll have all kinds of fun. Tailgate Joe's got some things going on, too, out there. So, and that's it. So, hope you guys, we'll be live tonight, 8 o'clock streaming, and I'll talk to you later.